What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one is between two players who are very well known in the Starcraft 2 scene with the Protoss pieces. Spawning here in the top left hand corner of Acid Plan LE, playing with the blue Protoss pieces. He's currently down in this series, but certainly not out of it just yet. His name is Hass. And his opponent, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of the map, playing with the red Protoss pieces. He's currently up in this series and wants to keep this series rolling in his favor and win this thing right here and right now. His name is Stats. So guys and girls, game number one was extremely exciting between these two players to witness. Just you know, it's one of those things, guys, where when you watch players like Stats and even some of these other professional players like Innovation, Cyril, you can just never count them out. No matter how bad their economy gets hit, there's always somehow, some way that they find ways to win, and that makes them so much fun to watch. And why I say that Stats is currently the best Protoss player on the planet. This guy is an absolute force to be reckoned with. Hass is no, you know, no one to, you know, take lightly, though. This guy can definitely steal some games from some of the best players in the world, and that is without question. It does look like, guys, you know, this series was played at Blizzcon, which is, of course, the global finals of StarCraft 2, and, you know, this is a best-of-3 series. So, you know, in the group stages, which this is Group C at BlizzCon, and, you know, so every game counts. Every game matters. You know, when we're talking BlizzCon, the biggest StarCraft 2 event of the year, it's very, very important that you get as many of these, you know, group stage wins as you possibly can so that you can move on to the playoffs in the bracket stages of BlizzCon, or really any tournament, to say the least. But that being said, guys, it looks like Hass is going to go for double Stalkers, and then it looks like Stats is going for double Adepts. So interestingly enough, we are going to go ahead, we are going to see Hass once again going for a proxy Stargate, and this is going to be, you know, this is going to be very interesting here as we kind of progress in this game here. What is going to happen here between these two players? Now here's the big question, is now those these Adepts see that probe, and the question is there, you know, he's going to try to see if he can find the proxy Stargate, and it looks like he's going to find it right here and right now, and that is exactly what he does. Finds that proxy Stargate that is just about to finish up here, and it looks like those Adepts are going to try to take out that pylon here, so this is going to get shut down so quickly. But beautiful play here by Stats, seeing exactly what his opponent is doing. It just seems like Stats has been kind of a step ahead of his opponent throughout this you know, series so far. It does look like Hass is going to get that, of course, the Phoenix out and start getting that Phoenix moving across the map here. But you gotta wonder, is this push that's coming, is it going to do enough? Is going to be, of course, another gateway that's being added on here. The big question, though, is that there are going to be a couple of Adepts that are moving across the opposite side of the map here. Here we go. There's already going to be some action going on at Stats' neck of the woods here. There's a lot of, you know, there's a decent amount of Stalkers here that are going to start being warped in for Stats. It does look like those Adepts are going to start to possibly start moving in here to the to that main base location. They are going to start moving in here. It looks like they are going to get mass recalled, and there's going to be a decent amount of Stalkers that are starting to move across the map here. Looks like those Stalkers are probably going to go right after that Stargate here, here in the early stages of the game. So we do see that SOS, or I'm sorry, that Stats is just really on top of it. I mean, he's absolutely on top of this game so far, and it looks like he might very well be going for a push here. There's a probe that we're going to have to keep an eye on the top right-hand corner of the map. There are a lot of Stalkers out, though, as well, for our Protoss player in blue. He does have a decent amount of Stalkers, but I think there's just a little bit too much red Protoss here at the front gate location here of Hass. Hass is trying to break down that pylon so he can get into his own main base here. But this is going to be kind of scary because Stats is already at the natural location of Haas, and he's got a really nice amount of units here that are going to give so much value at this point in the game, splitting up with those beautiful force fields, going right after all those stalkers here. And it looks like just like that, there is not going to be much here left for Haas. His supply is starting to plummet here already, and more units are being warped in by Stats. Stats is going to start moving into that main base location. GG is called, and Stats wins this series against his opponent 2-0 in absolutely brilliant fashion. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Stats and Haas, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.